Hey everybody, Adam here from Mental Watches. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here in sunny downtown Florida to go visit my friend Sonny to pick up a very rare watch I bought for myself. And we're gonna pop in and say hi to Watch Eric since we haven't been around in a while and see if he's got any cool new watches. Let's go. My man.
Oh,
What's going on?
finally, man. I've been waiting for you like all day.
Sorry, so what's going on? Haven't seen you in a minute.
I haven't seen you in what, 2 months at least?
Yeah, right?
I think it's been
Whole summer.
Yeah. How's the summer been for you?
You know, it's like I hear a lot of people complaining. Is every summer it's the same story. Yeah. Everybody in Europe's on vacation. Listen, I'm about to go on vacation tomorrow for like 14 days by myself, you know? So I get it. Everybody's always on vacation. So everybody's complaining summer's slow, which is the same story every year.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think I've had the best summer of my life, you know? My volume is great. The quality of watches I've been getting is great. You know, there's still a lot of activity, whether it's wholesale, retail. I have nothing to complain about. What about you?
I feel the same way. I mean, it's always going to be a little bit of a slower.
Yeah.
But I think if I pick up my work pace, I can make up for it. So I've been busy, man.
So that's what I noticed, that it's like, yeah, you know, I maybe if I really started looking at like the metrics and everything, like the amount of emails coming to the site, DMs on Instagram, etc., are less than they normally are, like whether it's closer to Christmas or, you know, right after January. But if I'm in my office, like pushing the envelope, I'm still able to sell and do enough business that doesn't feel like there's any slowdown, you know?
Yeah, I just got back from 5 days in the Bahamas. I left on Wednesday in my buddy's boat. He's got like this monster boat.
Yeah, you're all into that.
It's like a center console. It's like a $1.5 million center console.
Nice.
And
I know nothing about it.
I mean, we're talking about it'd be like the Richard Mille of center consoles.
Nice. What's a center console?
Oh, center. Well, because what happens is the reality is that for that amount of money on a boat, you can buy a sport fish, a yacht. You can buy all sorts of different boats.
What do you got on today?
What are they calling it right now? The Pikachu?
What?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I've never heard that.
I know, man. I heard about that last week, so I figured I'd just stick it on too. I like this dial.
It's beautiful.
I know. It's something about it, you know.
I bet you'll never guess what I'm wearing today.
What is it?
Franck Mueller. So, with a Panda dial, it's a 24-hour dial. I literally just got it today as a gift from a dear friend because we had a very big deal together for a watch that looks very similar to this. I'm sure you'll hear about it at some point. It went to high profile. It was a very expensive watch.
There you go.
And I told him, like, hey, if in an ideal world, if I could afford to keep this watch because it was a 7-figure watch, I would never sell it and just tuck it away for the rest of my life. And he was like, well, couldn't afford to like get you that watch, let you keep that watch, you know, whatever, or you couldn't afford to keep it, so I had this watch, next best thing, and you know, it was a deal that we were partners on. So
how do you feel about that watch?
I love it. I mean, listen, for me, it's now.
I've never seen.
It's now a sentimental thing.
Yeah. No.
He gave it to me as a gift, and you know, when you see the watch that I sold, it has this very similar look to it. I'm sure at some point you'll see the watch I sold on Instagram or whatever. I'd
never seen a Franck Mueller that looked like this. Like maybe I did.
It's a great looking watch.
I just didn't pay attention to it.
It's a very expensive watch. I didn't even look up how much they're worth. I can only assume in like the $3,000 to $6,000 range. But for that kind of money, it's a beautiful watch. It's not, for me, the tonneau shaped Franck Muellers that were like what launched the brand and got them really popular like in the 90s were never incredibly attractive watches. Their earlier round case stuff, they're actually not bad looking watches. That's a good looking watch.
I got Omega in there that looks like
it looks like a Daytona, you know?
Sure does.
It looks like a Daytona. It's got the same like style screw down pushers, you know, steel bezel as if it was like a vintage 66.5. Handle layout, it's a cool watch.
Dude, that's a watch that I want, but I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, get there.
I want a Daytona. I don't know if I want to spend that type of coin yet, you know?
Yeah. No, but like I get it about like, so I just spent a lot of money, probably the most amount of money I've spent on a watch for myself. I got to go pick it up after this. I needed
for yourself?
Yeah, I bought it a really rare Audemars Piguet Royal Oak perpetual calendar. It's steel and platinum bezel, platinum center links, Tuscan dial, which is like a blue beaded dial.
Yeah.
One of 25 made, box and papers, full set. And it's a watch that a year and a half ago would have been $300K plus, and I literally paid half, you know? And I thought it was like, you know, talking about like the market and everything like that, like such a great time to buy a watch like that because the market's so down, where now like I never expected to see it for that price.
It's down, but it's still up.
up from where it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
But my point is that like I never expected the prices to come down to where they were.
Yeah.
And I think that watch is only going to go back up at some point because they're limited, they're beautiful. It's a Royal Oak perpetual calendar jumbo. You know what I'm saying?
I picked up a John Mayer because of the market for myself.
Right.
Great
It's
price.
a great time to buy. Just like hold on, and you know, as long as you're not concerned with, oh my God, this is going to appreciate 10% within a month, blah blah blah.
man.
Like this is for me, you know. So yeah, after I leave here, I'm gonna go pick it up. The clasp was the springs were a little messed up, so I need to have them fix it. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I feel you on spending the coin though.
You have a
'cause
picture?
For me,
You have a picture of that? See what it looks like?
it was a lot of money out of pocket that I've never on myself inventory, no problem. I've never
Oh, you haven't splurged like that before?
splurged like that on a watch. On a car, yes. On a watch, no, because it's always inventory, so I always get to wear it anyways. You know,
This is heavy duty, bro.
dude, beautiful watch. Beautiful watch. Very excited.
Wow. That came from the U.S.?
No, well, yeah, I bought it in Sotheby's auction in June. Yeah.
You went out there with Roman?
Yeah, he was out there with me.
You saw it and you're like, I got to get it.
Yeah, I bought a few watches for stock also.
Yeah.
But then when I bid on this, I told them in advance, and I was like, listen, I will bid on this watch, but understand that I'm going to be buying it for myself. And because of that, I want 45 days to pay. Because, like, I'm just not going to take that money out of cash flow right away, you know?
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, no problem. They don't pay out their consigners for 45 days anyways.
Yeah.
So it's no problem, you know?
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
So you get it back today.
Yeah.
So when I go over to your office, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to have it detailed as well. Because, dude, the guy who owns
Who's
this watch-
detailing it for you?
Larry.
Yeah, that's it.
best.
That's how you got to have to do it.
There's a guy in South Florida, I don't know if he wants me to put his business out there, but who is the very best at Royal Oaks and Nautiluses, like store them like very factory looking.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure that he does work for the public.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not gonna like.
I think he's very private. He's got a lot of work and he works at his own pace. But you know, the day he does, we'll be more than happy to promote him.
Exactly.
He's really good.
He's really, really good. And that watch, dude, the guy who wore it, that guy must have worn it every fucking day for his whole life. Like it was truly worn and appreciated. And of course, it was a little short. And I
Dial looks good, man.
Dial's great. The case is just very worn. You know, it actually looks like it's unpolished, just worn. It needs a detail.
Where are you gonna get those links?
Wait, so this is the best part. Hit up AP. They're like, we don't have any regular links, only 1.5 link. I'm right. Order me a 1.5 link. Yeah. And guess how much that was?
$2,000.
No, not that bad.
1,200.
1,200, but I put it on and it's still like a little tight on me. So I have to order another 1.5 and then take off one link because I can use like.
But that's not bad because if you put the if you put the 2 1.5s on each side, it kind of like will balance that out.
Yeah,
Look,
but I'm gonna have to take out one link and put the extra 1.5 because I need like literally like half to one extra link, you know?
You know, so damn, that small size with it's platinum and steel.
Yeah.
The chances of finding that is impossible.
The problem with AP is that like you could get a link from the same exact reference. This is a reference 25686 SP steel platinum. I could take one off of a 25686 steel, but it might not work because they are like Rolex and they would just make small changes so that you couldn't use the links or other models. Like you had to.
They do that on purpose.
They do it on purpose. It's like why you can't take a bracelet off of a Daytona and put it on a different Daytona sometimes just because like it won't fit properly, you know?
Yeah.
Because they want to force you to buy the extra parts from them. It's crazy, you know?
You know what? I have that watch here that we've been.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that. We talked about it like 3 months ago.
I was gonna post it, but I feel like you have the right, eyes for that over me.
You in the loop on you? Can you see it?
Always.
Wow, condition's really nice.
I mean, it looks
As nice as it looked in the photos.
It looked really nice, man. For being a Bark.
So this is a reference 18078, correct? Not a 278. I don't remember.
Correct.
078. So single quick. The 78 at the end, the 8 means yellow gold, but the 7 part refers to the fact that it has a bark finish center link and bezel right here, which is not for everybody's taste, but it's actually pretty uncommon, and it gives like the watch a little bit of extra, I don't know, pizzazz.
Yeah. Some people like it,
But by virtue of the fact that it has that 7/8, that we know that this is factory bark.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times people would buy a bark finish watch and then swap the bezel to a regular one and keep the bracelet, or swap the bracelet and keep the bark bezel because they didn't want full bark. It's nice that this survived as factory. Bark bracelet, bark bezel, and it has a beautiful black dial with gold print, which you don't see very often.
And I like how thick and round the links on the bracelet are. Like it hasn't been abused, you know. because those watches, all the old Prezzies, the bracelets get
a good
abused.
amount of links too, which is good because you're finding links for a bark bracelet.
And with bark,
And look at the stretch.
when the bark gets like tore up, it don't look the same. So I found it like a really nice little stud, you know.
No, not only that, and like the loom plots are perfect, like nice yellow plots, doesn't have any chipping in them. Like, no, you did well.
It's one of those watches that I bought that I said I'll get it to Adam. I wasn't in a hurry, and if it stayed there, I wouldn't mind just tucking your drawer and forgetting about it too, you know.
No, we'll sell this. We'll do well. I don't remember what you paid, but I know we'll sell for. It should be in like the mid-teens area.
Yeah, we'll
so,
be fine.
Yeah,
It's a nice watch.
It's a watch that sells like in the 15, 16K range.
Yeah. I've been trying to make it out to where you're at, bro. I've just been busy, man.
Dude,
which is not a bad thing.
Dude,
okay?
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like this summer has been so hectic. You know?
I've been busy, man. I have been busy.
Yeah.
You know, I know other people have been complaining, and I don't know. Their business is different than mine.
Right. Everybody's business is different, you know?
Some guys are relying on a lot of local people, and then a lot of the local people are out of town. But since I sell to so many different areas in the U.S., I don't do a lot all over the world. I can, but I just don't.
Right.
I can, though.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of the U.S., and I don't know, people, when one guy's not calling me, the other guy's calling me, so they're not buying, we're selling, so...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like you just have to like spread your wings. Like if you want to be able to like do consistent volume in business, like you can't just rely on like one avenue. Like I know a lot of people like, they're like, oh, I'll only sell on Moda or something like that, or only in the WhatsApp chats. Like you need to be everywhere. So like website, Instagram, YouTube, the chat groups, the Facebook groups, you know, and then offering to your private clients. Like a lot of the stuff that we sell, I only update my website once, maybe twice a month with new inventory.
Yeah.
But that accounts for like 30% of my stock. So I usually have around like 60 watches on the website, and that's literally like maybe 30% of what we have in inventory.
Yeah.
But most of the times when a good watch comes in, I offer it directly to a client, you know? So like Roman and I just had a big independent watch in stock, like a very rare independent watch that we did a part cash, part trade to a client with, and he traded us in a bunch of major vintage watches. And two of them, one was an Audemars Piguet original jumbo 5402 A series, and the second of four was a Nautilus Jumbo 3700.
Oh, wow.
Co-signed Bayer. So retail by Bayer, you know, out of Switzerland.
Yeah.
And I have a same client for both those watches. And so I posted the AP on Instagram, but like the Bayer hasn't been seen. And I already texted the guy and I'm like, listen, I'm going out of town. I'm malcolming these to Roman so he could get them listed.
Yeah.
Go see them before they go live, you know? And so he's already in contact with Roman and going to go to the office, take a look, you know? And so if you're not doing stuff like that, you're just relying on like one or two avenues, I think that's why you think it's slow. And some dealers think it's slow because they're expecting all of their sales to be driven from one place, you know, when they're not really kind of all over.
I don't buy or sell on Moda at all. And it's not nothing to do with Moda. And it's a legit group.
Right.
I don't know. I never got into it.
We list stuff there every once in a blue moon. You know, it's kind of like if it's something that we don't really specialize in that we have in stock or just some random modern watch, vintage, no. Because I don't need to sell my vintage stuff.
Is it mostly just like public or dealers?
It's a mix of both.
That's the problem. I don't know who I'm dealing with. That's why I don't buy from there. Like, again, you know, I know it's Vadim, right? Vadim is a good guy. He set up a good little network there, you know, but I have clients tell me all the time, they're like, oh, well, you know, I'm selling a Sky Dweller for X amount. And they're like, well, you know, I see one on Moda for $3,000 cheaper. I'm like, bro, buy it on Moda.
Right.
If you want to go and buy it from who knows who, or who nobody knows who the hell it is,
and there's some real,
buy it.
There's serious dealers who sell them.
Like anywhere.
There's also people that like, if you buy a watch from them, and I'm not singling anybody out, I'm just speaking in generalities. If you buy a watch from a Sky Dweller from somebody in there, it might be like one of 3 watches they have in their stock because they're new dealers or whatever. They're just not, you know, doing this full time, and God forbid something's wrong and you want a refund.
My biggest problem is that right there is that it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to send them the money and they're going to fraud you. That's always possible in these type of weird, not legit people you're buying from that have a brick and mortar, that have a reputation. So a lot of them, sometimes it goes good, but then what if something goes wrong? What if the watch has a problem? What if this? Then what?
Misdescribed, or, you know, links are missing or this or that. Yeah.
Then what?
Because, you know, there's always ways, and I think buyers, you know, most of the times these days are being smarter about protecting themselves when buying groups like that. They're doing the reference checks, or they should be. Do your reference checks, you know, do your homework, make sure you know who you're buying from. But that's the real issue, is that a lot of these guys are living so-called paycheck to paycheck. So like as soon as they sell that watch, the money's already allocated to something else.
Yes, of course.
So they can't afford to give you a refund if you want to return the watch, you know? Or guys like you and I, like if we sell a watch and all of a sudden there's this big gash that we didn't disclose, yeah, send it back. We'll refund your money, no problem. You know,
I was filling in an order the other day for a 5711 steel, and my sales guy Keon sourced it from a guy out of LA in one of these like Mickey Mouse groups, not Moto, like one of the chats.
Right.
And we're ready to go. I call the guy up. I'm like, look, man, we're ready to go. So I already had like a $50,000 deposit on the watch. That's a pretty big deposit, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're ready to go. Like, what do you need for references? Like, it's our first deal too, so I want the guy to feel comfortable.
Sure.
He's like, no, there's no reference. You have to wire first, and then I'll send the watch. I'm like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not wiring for the watch up front.
Right.
Like, that's not the way it works. You decided to be a dealer. Granted, if he had posted in the description, wire first,
right,
and I inquired about it, then I kind of entered into those terms.
Right.
But that's not what he said. It was just a listing.
Right.
And I said, look, man, I mean, you can check whoever you want, but I'm not wiring. That's not the way it works.
Right.
When you're a retailer, the privates have to pay first, they get the watch. When you're a dealer, okay, and you wholesale to another dealer, you got to send the watch first. Right. You get the reference checks, get everything. He didn't want anything. He's like, here's my reference. I said, you know what? Maybe he's a small guy and he's kind of nervous.
Right.
I was like, for example, if I talked to Roman and Roman told me, you know what, Eric, he's a small guy. He just started off. He's nervous.
For him, yeah.
Just send him the money. You'll get the watch. I would have done it.
Right.
The guy gives me a reference check from somebody in like Dubai. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great.
Right.
Somebody I don't even know. It's in another country. He says, no, that guy says he's never heard of you. And I'm like, dude.
No, you got to be very careful. You know, I got to run in a minute, but like very important story that we should publicize. Like for example, you be careful in all these chats. Like a lot of people get excited.
Yeah, they're not real.
A buddy of mine was in one of these dealer chats that was set up by the scammers, but like they all like referenced each other.
Yeah.
Checks. And he bought a 5711. Funny you bring that up. Out of Italy, and wired the guy in the money because he had these references from all these different people in the chat, and the guy was the moderator of the chat, and yada yada yada.
And then everybody disappeared.
Everybody disappeared. And
of course.
He's out $110,000. He tried to fly to Italy to find the guy, which was crazy. Never worked out. He lost.
Yeah. What I told my sales guy is I said, look, at this late in the game, I'm in no position to be buying any watches from anybody. That's not the real deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much, look, I'm a bigger dealer than you. You have to send it to me and I'll pay. That's the way it works. You know?
If both parties are not comfortable with the transaction, walk away. It's not worth it, you know?
Told the guy not
Some
to worry
people
about
like can't see the forest in the trees. They like, see like, oh my God, I'm going to make money on this watch. Like, let me just agree, and they wire somebody money because they don't want to lose the deal. And that's how they end up getting screwed.
Change the topic before you leave.
Yep.
What's up with your RS?
I haven't driven it all summer because it is too hot.
Yeah.
Listen, that car has no insulation because it's a full gut. There's a roll cage that goes through the AC vents. There's only a center vent.
Do you still love the car?
I love the car. I'm trying to sell it. I'm trying to find somebody to trade one that's just a normal street version, not the Club Sport.
I got it.
And like Zweck has one, but can't come to terms. So what I'll probably end up doing is now after the summer, I'm going on a rally in September through like Georgia, North Carolina. So I want it for that. But after that, I'll probably sell the car to put the money into a normal street version, which is what I wanted from the beginning. This car I bought by mistake. So
I know. I was flirting the idea the last 2 weeks, and I talked to a couple of dealers of trading mine in because I almost have it paid, and getting a GT2 RS.
Okay.
Because,
big boy.
Yeah, I did the numbers and I was like, oh, it's almost the same thing. Just trade it in, start all over, get a new one, whatever. I mean, I gotta write a check, but like, what's the point of that,
It was like the market came down on those too, so it's a good time to buy because prices are a little more level.
I feel like it's a better hold to a GT2 RS.
Well, I mean, that's like the holy grail.
Yeah,
modern Porsche.
That's what I was thinking.
So
long term, it's to be a better hold. I love my car though, so.
Well, you're not letting me drive it, right?
The Widowmaker.
Yeah.
So I just asked my peers, I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Changing it? I think so. I think the 2 is a nicer car.
You've had the GT3 RS for a long time.
4 years.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
it's time to change.
I can never hold. I've had a couple cars.
I'm a guy that I like, when I buy something I like, I can have it for a while. And if I was going to own the RS for another 10 years, I'd rather be the 2 than the 3 right now. Just I think long term it's going to be better.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a lower production car. It's more like the pinnacle.
I want the new 3, man, but I'm not paying 200 over sticker.
Wait.
I don't even want to pay 100 over sticker.
Wait, they'll come down just like the 900.
Yeah. Yeah.
It always starts like that. They're always 50 to 150 over, and then within 2 years they're back.
Exactly. That's what I keep saying to myself.
Yeah. It's like if you don't need it right now, then just wait. I was supposed to get the new GT3 RS, the new 3 RS at sticker. My friend is getting one, and he was buying some other car. He's like, hey, do you want it? Like the only thing is He was like, the only thing is, you know, when you're done driving it, you have to give it back to the dealer, let them make the money. I'm like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Just make the payments and like
amazing
the car and not lose any money. But now he's like, I kind of want to keep it and drive it around. I'm like, damn it.
Sure. So listen, I know you got to run.
Yeah, I got to run.
I was supposed to go buy some chains too. So
Miami. No, that's some chain.
No, not Cubans, not Cubans. I'm gonna change my chains up and get something else.
Jesus.
Get like some Hermes links chains. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know, bro.
You're a classy gentleman. You know. I wear this baggy, oversized clothes that everybody talks shit about. You look nice and presentable.
I don't think it's the clothes. I think it's just the neck area. It's just
every video.
It just looks like one of your daughters hung on the neck.
No, it was this. I took this off because it was like falling down.
Yeah.
Video, like without fail, like I can't believe you like sell these expensive watches and dress like that.
Yeah, because the problem is people.
What I don't care.
People have this expectation that we need to be all. Look, man, I thought about it myself. I said, I could probably wear a suit every day. If I lived somewhere else. In Miami, I'm not wearing no damn suit every day.
Oh, I just,
you know, and they have us confused with the guys that work at the ADs. We're not those guys.
That's what it is. That you hit the nail on the head. I was
not those guys.
You hit the nail on the head. Like they have to wear a suit and tie and like white glove service and everything like that. Like we're the kind of guys where we're approachable. Like we're gonna talk to you about the watches. We're gonna fanboy about the watches with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get you a good deal and all that. And that, we're not like there to like. Caress you like an AD does and pour champagne and this and that.
Listen, there's a lot of people that work at the ADs that are good people. And then there's also a large percentage that are douchebags. I don't know what to tell you. It's like the classic line where they're male or female. Oh, that's a nice one you have there. That's a rare one. You might want to keep a hold of that one. If you have a nice watch, they're going to go in and just kind of like feed your ego that you have a great watch. It's a special one. Then blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But I bet you walk in with an Invicta, they won't tell you anything.
Right. And
I'm
not saying everybody at ADs, but a lot of the people that work at ADs, they're salespeople, and they really don't even know a lot about what they're selling, They read, like, the brochures, but they're not watch people. For the most part, they're not watch people. Like, you and I were like, we're watch people. We love this shit. Regardless of whether somebody's buying it or not, we don't care, We genuinely are interested in the watches, and we do it out of passion, So it's different. But I'm going to continue to wear my jeans and T-shirt every day. I don't care. Somebody on YouTube doesn't like it, they don't have to buy a watch for me.
And the last thing is... Remember what I'm looking for. 16-800.
Dude, I gotta run. Like, we can stay here and talk all day. But all right, I do have to go. I'm taking this with me.
Yeah, dude. Next time let's go to lunch or something, or maybe I'll go over there to see you,
Hang on, man. Now we are here at a place you guys have probably seen before, my good friend Sonny of Sonny's Collection Inc. We are picking up a watch that he fixed for me, one I bought for my personal collection I'm very excited about. He also said he has a few watches to show me that hopefully we could buy, so let's go say hi and see what he's got.
And it is Mr. Adam.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy, man? How you been?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. I
was down here in a few.
I know, I was vacationing. You know how it is, July.
How was India?
India was good. It was nice. Look, I look like them, right?
A little bit. Wearing my watch.
Yeah, I'm in love with this. Dude.
So I was just with Watch Eric right before he came here, and we were talking about how the market has gone down a lot on these watches, so now it's like a great time to buy it. I've always wanted one of these perpetuals, and specifically this version, and I was able to buy it for what I felt was a very reasonable price.
Right.
It needs a detail. It needs
cosmetic stuff.
Links, but so you fixed the class?
Yeah, I fixed the class.
Changed the springs in here?
Yes, there was the springs were like broken. Usually in that particular model, it happens that the springs die. So once you just replace the springs, then it's back to normal. Good now is good for the next 20 years. How about that?
Perfect. I love this.
But the dial is awesome, dude.
It's such a cool dial.
Yeah, I thought it was a what do you call lapis dial?
No. It's called a Tuscan dial, and this was 25 pieces made, steel with platinum bezel, platinum center link. So it's SP, steel platinum.
It's steel platinum.
Yeah. So
it's stunning watch, dude.
Yeah.
It's a really.
I really, it's AP hype, whatever. But like for me, these are some of the best value in that world, because you get a jumbo royal oak, Genta design, great size, perpetual calendar.
Yeah, and then the special that the dial is like stunning. It's not too blue, it's not too light, it's not faded.
The sunlight has like a purple look. Right. Honestly, listen, I'm going to keep it for a while. Eventually, it'll be for sale.
Right.
But I bought it for personal collection, personal use for a while.
Right.
Until the tides turn.
That's a toy, man. Play with it.
I'm in love. This is like the most money I've ever spent on a watch for myself. Not for inventory. For inventory, I've spent more, obviously. But for personal collection, this is the most I've ever spent.
No, it's a stunning watch, dude. Stunning. If I wanted to keep one watch, that's the watch that I would keep.
Yeah,
it's really nice. And I don't love watch. Oh, I got a couple of watches to show you.
Perfect.
You ready?
Yeah, it feels perfect. All right, what do we got today?
Okay, so this is one of those things that we talked about it before. Phil.
Okay, yeah.
The blind
look at this. I was excited to see this.
Right.
Let me grab a loop. So we have here watch I know very well. These are my favorite dials.
Yeah. That's why I was talking to you about these watches.
Exactly. This is a vintage Blanc Pawn mil spec one, so military specifications.
Right.
But this one actually wasn't made for military use. This is what they call a demo or civilian issue. These were produced in the 70s. They were retailed for civilians, and they sold them as mil specs, but they were really for civilians.
For the civilians.
So they called them the demo or civilian. They have a little bit different case. They have the bead blasted case as opposed to just a high polished steel. Only 2-piece back as opposed to 3. The bezel, the Bakelite bezel is a little bit different. The dial's a little bit different. The crown is a little bit different. It's
I see that
for civilians, so it's easier to use.
Easier to use.
It was a little bit upgraded, and these are actually more rare than the military ones. You know, they made a lot more of them, and very few of these, for some reason, are found. Wow, look at that! Even has like some looks like some wax in the back.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
They kept it that way, so once you open it up, it's basically breaking the seal.
Exactly.
So no warranties. I remember that growing up doing the watch business. I used to get a lot of these watches from Switzerland, and the guy's like, "It's under warranty." And how do you know? It's got the red seal on it. You break it.
Yeah.
So sometimes we used to cheat, put a little nail polish afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, okay, still under warranty. You know, still origin.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
Let's take a look at the watch. Wow.
Yeah, nice condition.
Wow. This is beautiful. Condition spectacular. Perfect glossy dial, perfect lume, original, unpolished case, no cracks in the Bakelite.
Well, yeah.
Luckily, the civilian issue Bakelite bezel didn't crack as much as the regular ones.
Well,
The earlier material. Well, just different shape, and I think just the way they made it, it didn't crack as much. They're not as wide. The Bakelite's a little bit smaller.
Yeah, I've seen the other ones.
The earlier mil specs, they always crack in the triangle. They always crack around the numerals, and also because a lot of them, the earlier ones, were radium, and so they have like the bezels have like super high concentration of radium.
Okay.
So I felt like they always cracked on the numerals because that's where the highest radiation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Possible. That's just my theory.
Right.
But these are not radium, as you see. T-Swiss 5. So these are tritium. Some more civilian friendly.
Okay.
Because they won't
burn anybody's skin, basically.
Won't burn anybody's skin, and they were produced already during an era where tritium was the norm and radium was already outlawed and not allowed to be used. Beautiful watch. Okay, so we will talk.
We'll talk about it.
Absolutely like to buy this watch.
Right.
What else we got?
Well, this is cheapy. I don't consider this $1 million watch, but it's a beautiful watch.
This is this is cool. I haven't had one of these in a minute. This is a Gallet flying officer chronograph.
Yeah, but
they made 3 different versions of this. This is the last version of it. So I think it's circa late 60s, early 70s.
Wow.
But yeah, they started these in like the 40s and 50s.
Right.
The early ones go for a lot of money actually because they're very desirable. Good thing about this one is it's a black dial because they made white and black.
Oh, okay.
Black being much more desirable.
Right, of course. More military look, right?
Yeah.
But the flying officer, was it for the Air Force?
No, well, yes, but this watch was like used by, I think it was Eisenhower.
Oh.
It was like the watch that he wore as well.
Okay.
Which president it was. Now you're putting me on the spot. I think it was Eisenhower. I'll confirm after.
Oh, okay.
It was like their watch of choice, and Gallet used that as like marketing for like the rest of their lives. Yeah.
Flying officer.
Correct.
Doesn't make sense. What the hell is a flying officer?
Did you open it up? Is it signed Gallet?
Yeah, signed Gallet. I opened it up.
No, it looks really sharp.
Yeah.
The case
is beautiful.
really sharp. Look, you can see that, feel it.
Yeah, and the bezel is nice. It's got that red writing in the 12.
The only thing that's a little strange are the hands, because usually they're like more like sword style hands. But it's like really old loom, and they fit exactly to the hash mark. It's possible these hands were born on it, or they're just like very, very old replacements. But dial and the loom are fantastic.
Right.
Either way, really nice watch. What kind of money is this?
I mean, I haven't paid the guy sending me a memo. I gotta make an offer. So
Okay, so yeah, I mean, if this could be bought like in like the 3 to 4K range,
I told him roughly that under 5,000.
Yeah, we could sell it like in the $555 range.
So I told him that under 5,000, and then we go from there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I'll make the guy the offer once you take a look at it.
Yeah. No. Beautiful. Yeah. Really nice condition. I haven't had one in a while, and these are actually bigger than the earlier executions, so they're a little more contemporary.
Right.
But like the early black dial ones, they go for like 20K. You can never find them. I had one in my life. Like
they're bigger than this?
They're smaller.
Oh,
yeah, and the early ones are like clamshell cases, so they have screws in the back and
they're more watertight than this.
Exactly. Well, actually, I assume the technology was better as age. This probably watertight. Yeah,
I mean,
and easier to open than unscrewing 4 little screws back of the lug.
Yeah, if those screws would get rusted or break, then you cannot open the watch.
Okay, cool. So
and then I had these 2 other ones that I was going to show you. One was this State 8 3 with a beautiful. I love the bezel. I mean the
bracelet.
The bracelet. I love that. that.
So before we get to the bracelet, wide buoy dial, so you can see the markers are a little wider than your standard marker, and the hands are a little wider as well, and they have lume in the center.
Yeah, the dial is nice. I was more in love with the bracelet.
Yeah.
Because you don't see these bracelets every day.
So yeah, this is actually a very rare bracelet. Wow, and dated to fourth quarter 1970, so it probably is a 1970 watch.
Right.
Incredibly rare bracelet.
And very comfortable to wear.
Comfortable. It looks like there's a little bit.
It can be fixed. There's people who can do that. They can fix that thing.
You have somebody.
Yeah, I got somebody. Yeah, they do a little laser work here and there. I can put this thing back together.
Yeah, I mean, I figure just like a goldsmith.
Yeah,
So-
goldsmith.
Okay, so yeah, if we could do that, that'd be fantastic, because this is a really rare bracelet to have on this watch.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks stunning.
I sold this bracelet like in great condition for I think around like $10,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just the bracelet.
Just the bracelet.
Wow, not bad.
Because people also use them like on GMT subs. Or like sort of cooler watches to make it look cooler. Or take this bracelet and put it on a day with like a rare dial.
Yeah, that's true too.
So like something like a Stella dial and like make it a little sexier or something like that, you know?
But then, with a better.
But you very rarely see this bracelet. This is very cool. So yeah, like if you could fix it and
We'll talk about the fixing. And then this was just a nice white gold.
Okay, cool.
This is a nice one here too.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of white.
No, all of a sudden they vanished. And so it's like, you can't see them. And it's got the really nice, the clasp, everything there is good. The dial is good.
Nice case. Looks like the end link has a little wear.
Yeah, but that can be fixed. They're laser, everything nowadays is laser tuned.
Yeah.
That's the new antibiotic for all these watches nowadays.
Nice, thick, strong case.
Yeah.
Dial looks perfect.
It's all good.
Yeah, unlike the yellow gold one that had a couple lume plots missing, this one is absolutely perfect.
Right.
And always got to check the
Well,
stretch.
yeah, but you know,
No,
for the age, it's
it's really nice. And also, problem with these early bands, as you know, is that there's no screw in the bracelet. So like if it doesn't have enough links, you're kind of
but
out of luck. Let's see how many links.
no, this is big enough. I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's big.
Yeah, big enough. You've got plenty of links.
Oh yeah. And there's plenty of room in the bottom adjustments. Yeah, that's a big bracelet. So good.
Full size.
Yeah, what kind of money? Like mid-teens?
Mid-teens.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So yeah, these are really nice watches. All right, so yeah, let's see if we can work it.
Yeah, let's see. We got some watches available.
Let me know where we can get this.
Yes, definitely.
Want this.
And then we'll talk about this once here.
Yeah, let me know if this could be fixed.
Yeah.
Assume it can.
It 100%. It'll be like real beautiful when it's done.
All right, cool. If we get part of the watch, I could buy them. Just call me.
No, you worry about it at all. I never worried about you at all.
Awesome. Well, dude, I'm going out of town tomorrow, so I appreciate you fixing this.
Of course. I told you. So you going? I'll have it done before you're done.
I love you.
Anytime, dude. Love you back. Same way, man. Just have to make sure got it done the right way.
Awesome, dude. Well, I am out of here. I'm going to go meet my family for dinner. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Nice to see you back again.
Okay, so we are leaving Sonny's Collections now. We got to see Watch Eric earlier. I got to pick up my very special watch. It was a really exciting day. I'm really happy to own this and hopefully buy some really awesome watches from Sonny. Guys, thanks for watching as always. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you could do to help us grow the channel. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.